It has affected our politics. And I'm and Colana Frechi no sa any dinner. Na ye di my pain for a better one. Omunya say any dinner. And I say me, no me nam kwan ho na say me hwe. Even your dressing cry, me feel say assessor. First, won't me fatally be crane free.
That was see.
And yet a hard drink pa. With the Mr. American, who was a taxi driver, and I say, Trotro, you can't out to be crying, Nibia, unseen, not Tecano.
Alright, obviously, I'm a movie Kwaba, na me from Bremege TV and platform we so. Abusia Yugusua Agenum NPP flagbearership raise Aiden assertive ruling Ayanyasam Ketwa. Ubia Canada. Abusia for we ana Kwabena Agyei Agyapong, former aspirants. What you say? Edema MPP flagbearership raise in 2024 elections. You know. Engineer Ababonti din simbi bratuja enema party no enema sabri amagana your politics engineer mfanchem your politics engineer brane na afi so anyo nko enema ha ni pasitena e wo Ghana ha titire ne youth yo mobai ene youth ye na ya ba mi youth ene youth ya ba enema ha enema nke di kwanse kiye baby na kofa asem ediabra ya sitram ye nantie we didi animam. In fact engineer Kwabena Agyei Agyapong edi nsem bebre na ato edwa bra gohia yewura omanhene Kwabena Santi ewo Adun TV mempese mekasa bebre yenko na yenkuti nsem a engineer Kwabena Agyei Agyapong odi to edwa ne bi yakoba ebeto aso.
It has affected our politics. And I'm and Colana Frechi no sa any dinner. Na ye di my pain for a better one. Omunya say any dinner. And I say me, no me nam kwan ho na say me hwe. Even your dressing cry, me feel say assessor. First, won't me fatally be crane free.
That was see.
And yet a hard drink pa. With the Mr. American, who was a taxi driver, and I say, Trotro, you can't out to be crying, Nibia. Unsisi no Tecano. Sorry no pa. Oko Japan no near there. O my botai, dress fine. So until so I better can. So until minim say we are seeing. Then so Edin cry first bend down with Dico. Wait till my quack canvas papa. Ne boy nyedin. Force cry so be what to idea. So a show fine. Nancy and Colana Bannon dress ye cry. Obia she slip in fact me count nipa by 20 9 18 she slippers e krom na ona ko pori bibi kra say obetime pra so she kan
fi abaso an ye di ana ye doors no ye jano open that yang se bi fam ba
em say unse ye generation no there I can say we are the luckiest generation ye hu the way we ase asesa de ye papa no mo ehun no yen abeto mrantie na onzi de hu ye no ma hu first na person ye phone call like say okotena external services 3 days circle has say na wine say and okura phone call betum obi akasa WhatsApp obi hu no e wi ase asesa flat screen na mo hwe na bi ni ho television na super bi 29 inch kakaka on feneti koponi bi black and white na yeti and so we were happy people. The American say the younger generation, because of Abefo Niama and the internet and in the NT and Colano, so much especially musical videos now. And no dear, a entertainment. Yes, I need nipa life here. But in Colano, who's so much now they want to live their normal life. It is said the air bonum.
The one is century, you contribute to positively or negatively.
I think that significantly. The my musumuka ho enye jiso Ghana no siko fancy abaye enterprise obi wo sika kakra na nipa huhu eje ne so enya de a efata so nti man kola nyina first nko bi ne tie yi kra e ka se bodani na be hia nipa ne tri nwi te se me no die e bi a 2 out of 10 obi hia nsoma de
aka nyina tete
ya nie mabasa tare kwa na hia ese ni atete atare ese efe hey And I think say yes, matra. Oh, these are the social problems in Ghana. Hano. They say you kasa only about political problems, but social problems ne so end up social problems. So baby here walk around a dozen. Oh, the opako baby a holding enkahasi. And I do walk around no munano. Ye winsa kibabu ni chese mi pese me bohodi ba munyina munim. Uko baby ase bi ho no ye yika kwa nwumre by 10 no bi a che ne fie no o mother. Enti there's a certain situation that if we don't deal with it, and there's also population explosion. Ghana minyini eniti eni enoso. Ani ko twa mu 10, na kakra 15. They say you twa mu 31 million say
37.
Afi they do 37.
37.
Just say o man no space no dey increase that.
No one
Opportunities no so restricted. Enti no as you produce nkolai sa anti nya baby e ma wo. And almost so you're frustrated. Oh, enti we have a big issue. But we've as you're dealing with it frontally. Yeah, politicians, you count no crack. Na yes, send kolano so say ewiase ubre ansa na wenya. And a life and yes simple. Me we a university. Me be a national service. Ghana Highway Authority. Na me ti one room wo Jowulu. Me ne me mate back no da yam pada one crunchy. Or rise here be deputy chief executive Ghana Highway Authority. Yes, right no pa. Ye nanti near bedroom pig farm. That time na trot be a friend in Jatalans. Ubi a mama to Jatalans. Then the name I see. Miss me am a bomb see you today. To mate who say papa no reserve front to na edimeko that na no hotel ni ho na ho park, lorry park. So, nti no could drew up na matwam na meko Highway Authority. Sa na e start here kakra. So we adwuma kakra na gya wako afei free ho no wako han dan waware na wo ye no kakra.
But since when about the real issues? But since when asa kasa we o kasa ye kasa papa ebe ye enene mafui preaching or any lectures o kasa kwaro mo se
on beka so we o fashion okay say nam kasa over the last maybe 20 years advent of social media and nema ne se bi obi didi kra na o twa na o de kire o didi a efo bi ho be o trample mu a na o de kire say o business class aden we've become a very showy people and
but you're empty.
Who say?
You're empty.
Me pese me kasa.
The question is a trait no ho. Say who did no? Now they
I don't know. Oh, and yes, the internet never forgives. Yana nkolano refi. Say that you been na say crowd yes we quite me profile o. Na hwe ne ma. Because who sabi ana I say nkola bi kro ne girlfriend ni di agono mu video ye ho ne ade. Wachina no mo break up. Na we e de enema bi o ha ma yenye. Ye nchire nkola no say. Sa personal discipline very important. Na ni nyina is lost on us. Because who go school kra na hwe the way Nkroford na those days ye koteki. Uko classes professors ni be hu atare o ga jo say ko ni say ni address. Appearance is very important. You have to dress well.
The opposite now.
Just a sentary bibia no good. Enti na efre ema aketesia. Ye kata so esi. Oh, enti me ekwesa na say de me aye conservative. Me conservative. I enjoy life. I love life. Me obi a me so na me call out me my DJ crowd. First year head honest be nyom ni ade. Enti life can be enjoyed and should be enjoyed. Na enkola no say enema hawo ensanom drugs. Ne so enye free. Me dey say bibi kum ya ma de ade ede nkume. Ene aduane kura me di ni mawu a better say me nom nsa na mawu. Na say so nyese de chew. Jot yense de chew. Ne boarding.
We are addicted to it.
Until when you scared the better aduane papa edie no. Na de nom nsa. So and society don't kasa about it. These social issues, parenting is poor now in our country.
Because 3 months on the quarter crèche or trying to brabo so into your country, parenting
is very important. And as a society, no,
chief, it's part of it too.
No, because we are living beyond our means. So we are saying, "My count had that." Say, "Sika editu your mind." And no, na de be hwe. Dan o de betrim. Aduane a obedie, the old be ya boa oma. Ye nyina o dreams say enye yie mayen. Sika de eye, nka se enye. Adepa. Nanso enye se yesum sika. So ho de me kire no. Na ye nhwe na society na ebuo kasapa. So no bi yen say nipa, engu nipa ni ase, enkeke nsem a emfata. Ya no ya say omai. So, and you're good. I think that as Ghanaians, we had a culture of respect. So, until na nkwala huwa na almost so I dream said they will be like you.
Well, maybe the blame factor and two bear 3 steps and the kind pie one anya kwenya so be ya candy for say ya himfo say ya central human say amanyo semfo say ya asofo and a cool recognized.
Yeah.
Maybe I say because we've lowered the standards.
Yeah.
Any should be a piano. The day TV and I radio jam say a baby by na PAV and Samone Cabral Mone Ipecubi or Beatrice A. Dumone Charlie Samone say rockling mean contra a certain level.
Yeah.
It me who quite fast.
Well, I think so, I blame one National Media Commission and a National Communication Authority. Me who in come man be aswa TV stations doors to say Ghana.
Ebino.
Me see me call me 2 kwan pa. Me will be a traveling is one of my 2 kwan around the world. Most countries have been there. Na say me frere penny bi ewo me more station needing. Because anopa me call be office. Na about 11. Film money ye or so. Hey, working hours. Anopa o. I say romantic movie near the Tina met in the office. I said this is inappropriate. Timmy Frere, director of television, I think money programming papa at this time. And no anaju and collided that then penny for per se relaxing. Then you do that. And me, I'm against the licensing of stations based on religion. So we are a secular state. I'm a Christian and a strong one at that. But me feel say a man radio station, I say or so 4% or year. Obet me abeto anopa morning devotion.
Why not you know
no anaju. Those is Vincent Assis no contemplations
yes.
Na efe. And now obet me one station. Na obiti so. No pollute the minds of people. Obiti so or ton enuro. Enuro no cra. Just and then it's being allowed. We are poisoning people, their minds. Onim because who say bibia by radio so nasa about people the na friend graphic all those times or holiday or say about graphic into no cray. So these are things. So National Communication Authority, some of the stations, I think say they don't have to be given licenses.
They don't. Okay.
Which is I show about programming because programming
they don't.
You will news. Entertainment, you will sports, you will nema, you will culture, you will say, so languages, nema, and every station should fit that kind of description. You can't have a station, say me there, sorry, a station. No, I don't like that kind of thing. And adults and a hankrofo and a polutu omo and I would teen 70 be a omo can. Oh, uko ne catches all my menye, o papanye, oh no, I say, nen tokwa. So we need to really change that. And I think the National Communication Authority, the Media Commission, the content, the editorial content, and also the owners of broadcasting, owners. They should have well-trained presenters.
Owners.
So, journalism school. Certify woman. So, because nipa ni be better. Journalists need be a mercenary.
Hi.
So yes, mano.
Very poisonous.
Cause I way, say, and someone in him cry na oka.
But honest, a very critical point.
Yeah, honest, no, very important. And they should be up and doing. They should be up and doing.
All right. So about somebody saying come away proper, but it's so worrying. Me just say baby, I will to be our office and I say we fee baby, I will share when you say kwenya we are uti, Kosona apply the positives because at the end of the day, a Ghana baako pen na yina chichiri. And rather than make one message. It's not about the NPP or the NDC. Say yen central for no so the jina brane. Then the credi pa ye juma. O man ye be boa man yourself for no. I'm an etime jina brane. But ne ka se Ghana fan into me fra. They be ada na makam say maybe from 1989. Next Ghana be fan. Sa be sinne. Intime from grade FM. A typical example, they make a crack Kumasi Road. We school I back to my measure offer. So, Quano City City, no. Yatina Husa, we ban no Abeson Kakra, no Abeson Kakra. For over 30 years, major road is still there. It's very useful information engineer there, man. So I think say Obia parent in the fee, school a teacher for, sorry, for, yen demonstrated that sa shoot any binding the yona. It may be to say we are proud Ghanaians. Yeah, more mine we because Ghana my yankasa yeah mine. Conversation proper. Engineer. I mean can crack quickly enough. Me and Twa in common so our hanum say we for the new patriotic party ho Anna Abba. Justin Kodia, secretary and Sasha say is about the proposals. Regional and constituency secretariat of the party, general secretary, circulation. Okay, so all party executive and members, in accordance with Article 19 of the Constitution of the New Patriotic Party, the general secretary of the party having received proposals for constitutional amendments from members of the party and identifier groups, hereby circulates as attached these amendment proposals. As earlier communicated, National Council, in line with the spirit of the party's constitution and established convention, constituted a 9-member constitution amendment committee to, among other things, categorize and streamline the proposals into amendment motions and make appropriate recommendations to guide the considerations and debate at the extraordinary National Delegate Conference. Party members and executives are therefore urged to make time to peruse the proposals ahead of the party's extraordinary National Delegate Conference, which is scheduled to take place at the University of Ghana Stadium, Accra, from 18th to the 20th of July 2025. We signed the General Secretary, Justin Kodia Frimpong. So amongst those people proposing for certain changes to be effected or amended is right here, Engineer Kwabena Agyei Agyapong, a former General Secretary. Once again, Akwaba. So, amongst your proposal, no, and why this time?
Say a kotuabano, you could dim go din pa. And a banasa, as a Oshew, Bruni Becca say you have to take care of your internal situation. Now, wash the course. Apart from that, party no so Emma Professor Kwe committee echo around the country. Mrs. So there were a lot of platforms, NPP platforms. Until how much Oshima, but who the ha party for? I think one item runs through unanimously. Baby, say a delegate system, a big problem. Am I? Until Professor Kwe, Oba National Council on the 16th of April, or you see a certain word, was say many people feel the delegate system is broken. This idea is broken. It's a sign she no for. Timiye proposals. Niti true ye mi no a constitutional amendments. The third one de na a suggestion adwinkyerɛ. Na ade a mehu Ghana an say tembia an say wo de adwimpa ka asɛm ana wo kyerɛ wadwen a ebinum ahyehyɛ wo agenda bi se tompe na omafa de ne bia wo ka no kra na ye to America. Me can say the here party no say wohwɛ apathy by a stronghold in the last election. Party for no 39. Some person mo kyerɛ ade. Say wo man ko a ye ni abam. Enti yentie de omo kan. De omo kan say omo pese ko mbenya nka party ni bi a o card a wetua ne dues de. Kese utimi eto aba or voting right. And that should be the ultimate aim. So, me imagine many nipa PD when feel say ebinum feel say possible, which is fine. It may be a difficult thing to accomplish within the minimum time because constitution it says by December 6, 2026, no, we should have in place a flag bearer. Oko elections so ono na ne hu hia kese. Timidwe ho anam say look. Se bia ebeye ding say yebetimi aye one man one vote na. Because many IT department kasaye on our database you register only 184,000 members.
NPP.
Yes.
Data no.
I know the enyanwa because even call big political parties members in the are no so. Because voters are different from members. Obi otoma but
on your member.
Obi so our sympathizer. Ye wo no tum. Any almost obi our activists and so on your card bearer. So there are different categories of party people. Enti enyanwa say nipa a work card no and no so Conservative Party no na 300,000 no na ade party registered members be and also. Enti etimi banisa. Enti say person use card bearer members there. Yen fa ne say nipa 4.4 million plus to aba man na 6 million plus to aba in 2020. Unya wo nyina say obeko ba yen fa say Conservative do person who register nipa 1 million kra. Enya deketwa. Because a net plastic card is about 20 cities. Some are even saying 30 cities. It means party no has to have 30 million to put it in place and also have a logistical arrangement, architecture be or former ubetimi distributor microphone and no enough. It can be done. And I think say committee no yes start initiative processes so that by 2028 we'll have a strong membership architecture around the whole country. Mr. Demijidi said all politics is local. And to say also we are a member of a party, you have to belong to a constituency. So, and me say me baby me to me dues me krum. Although me belong to Ayawaso West constituency, hona me twaba. Nti me were 2 party cards. 92 there, Ayawaso West. 96 there, that an Asukwa East and Ayaswasi. So, a book be a home. And me can say it may be difficult to achieve this within this a year, dear. And now, young farmer party for and the names of the party na aye juma or party no. To say polling station executives, to say electoral area coordinators, to say constituency executives, to say regional executives, national executives, both current and former. Young constituency be create a caucus of these people. Niemfa almost aye ministers da, deputy ministers da, DCs da, any MPs da. Because we be anywhere yasese be with the MP be 2 terms, 3 terms. Why a regional secretary da? And na ye kotoba unti wakunya suntino. Ye mfro unka ho. Ema umoto umakra beka say me papa the way a party e treating them me me nkodom party no bi. And I made that proposal as the main proposal. Say yetimi yesa adadafo na yeja won akire no nyina be kenyan
they are part of the
they
process.
are part of the process. They are part of the decision making process. So from 92 na so onwu no tiase kra dia eso otimi beto aba because em fa some penin say man some no mo menhia no mukura party penin asabre no ma no mukura party uko bosume fre ho ya jeme no ondo detiase.
They should play a role.
Of course. Your experience. And former regional minister, former MP, multiple times MP and
minister.
You could try to say on count and SK Buafa and I say, ya very much Kufrudia. Yeah, sir. I had just same way. The me say it should be a no-brainer. A beboa obia a beka party no so boom and kabom any here. Or party because they do draw and there. The AM there say committee no me to on some of these. Nina, in fact, essentially. Name mum dem who are me there. Emma me sorry or council busa chairman's polling station for them some auntie. Almost soon a dozen. A horsuna a jumadin war. A hona nipa to ne hoche. Echo house to house. Or just they sacrifice and volunteer without getting anything in return. And that is what we want of our political activists. Enti womu de, womu na esefata. Nti sesi yesi adadafo ni nyina meka ho de a. Enka mesese we no de kese womu ka ho. Enti eyade a already a bar council na no nka ho ye say the nipa 2 bi na ekoka 5 no na che say adada for na omo de omo metu bi ana na sa enye ye because ye gidi say si etrem na nipa no dɔɔso a siketua ne ade ne influence ebeba for ano be brasi so na wo hwɛ say omo register no polling station na electoral college na 2022 ne yi won in kebetimi akọ back to 2018 for no list no ho of course it became 2022 you but e dey be 100,000 bi dey omo wa akiri ne akọ 2014 ne akọ 2010 it's a 209 ne call congress war trade fair and yes our polling station ya dey uko beyond 2 na wards enti eno so ye oni pa ho a omo nyina bi de tiase a omo di here say na NPP to aba na say bibia menka ho bia ni pasata me wiase e din 92 a hu asojafo tatae no ono na di ne sika ne bibia de bua party ma party gina e na kura bia so ye fan say boduma say na say
so in essence let's get back to the core,
let's get back to the roots and on American let's get back to our roots and bring all those people into the electoral college. It to make it extremely difficult for anybody to use money to manipulate them. So enti eno suggestion me de buy no me da won say omo G2 ni nyina mu former ministers beto former MPs beto former executives beto any other year me kan ni nyina na so polling station for omo door so na omo hihia no em say hono de amem enti me ye madwen say party no emra na de adwuma enti the councillor take a decision and say the general secretary or send the decision to the constituencies. Na constituencies you should be where be peruse me de pa na just on be pay mo ahwe na me I started a free party for no say mesre wom hwem yo omo kanto so say polling station for no hu ne hia pa adada for na ye yi wom afrim because NPP ade hayen kese polling stations no because nipa 5 fene to abandi say na e ka say e koto polling station e hu de ni ade
nipa enum
just within that polling station. So, enti obi be MP na waya na wayi bi afrim. Another MP ba no so yi bi afrim. Nti won krofo bebre a wa akira
twitwiri ne
yaudie. Enti say etimi pass sa de we ya. Obi a waya polling station member da bia no. Say you afrim o. Say den yo. Say de yama voting right. Inti NS ye kase yenko to polling station e kura enye gidigidi because me kura me am always say kura man ko gina bi kura meto aba. So it removes all the tension and the confusion at the base of the party. Now afeso atre base no and allows everybody to play a part of inti no de enwie ye inti constituency for no me fasa akwenye be bi obi atie me bia no. The general secretary you know de aba no muso mu wia na ba congress a muso mu take decision say mo be kan kire party no say yemfa police station for no meka ho na nwie ano mo pofefefe so with the mission because congress is the highest decision making body.
Okay, so before we get to that, get throw more light on that point. There's a novelty say more person modeba. That is the issue about flag.
And no meka ho ase. Oh, because na meka say proposals me de kwa we na hia mekase and a hia party for no so say a form no yes stronger and be energize the party,
but that should be the case.
Enti make say yetimi ye ne sa na ye biem ne obe 1.5 to maybe possibly 2 million delegates there not just a party form no aye organized say ba no sa dia ka me ma dwen mu ne sa dwen kire o say a prepare no ya no ya yeshe nyema bi e koso no enka mepese bia yenye presidential primary no first ma anka se intem me say first
eni ebra ya hihya ase na wi no
ya hihya ase na wi hwe proposal let me say me send you copy so to wo kan ya me say after we have achieved the expansion of the delegate system I'm calling it a limited expansion because any party fu nyina but we mu ye omo ma ya adwuma party m wo mu de obroni beka say they are verifiable, they are identifiable and they are quantifiable. You beti ma hwe ma no apart from ewu ana obi a wo say wasesa ne party once they still owe allegiance to the party. No? Yeah. Obu a the ambassador. Wabua constituency. Binti constituency betim de naba as a patron. No, they are man voting right. And now as an elder in the constituency. Nti we nyina mhihye ni nyina edema. You know. Nanso so sebi nye nipa ba akwan adwen na ye de chichire party. Ti ye go council no committee no dom de ba ani. Yesom is a step forward, but we should not leave out the base of our party. Intermediate still I made there I advocate say base no and sorry na through the constituencies no. One take a decision say yemfa polling station adada for ni na emeka ho. The pressure what party mu nyina be conform. Because me be general secretary. There are certain 7 constituencies there and they beto in be inherited from Sir John. They be an entokwa. Me am krom secretary for yi. Mampong Kumeu Ejuso Jabe say Mansia not Debia because hono em so what assistant MPs the MP be about once open and for the best inum 2 better say anaju 2 am yakoye police station na ye BFM na odina koma na odi akotena fie so sa etimi sa amendment we na e kase former polling stations emeka electoral college it kills that you know one intimate way are there and benefit obi in particular e be benefit yenyina
so it's the party
not individuals menya say ye bibi e be manipa feel said that be hyehyemra ma nipa baako yenya no sa ye de osun no na yeson that is what should animate whatever we do as politicians and as patriots of the NPP. Intimate I haven't lost hope until say between now and 19th ye be Legon conference no me so me nipa me friend nipa e kasa kire omo me bo hu the rules say me tuka akra akọ constituencies ni bi na me ko share kan say look say mo yes ade we ya e be boa yen nti mo ma ayifo no nyina me ka ho na party no entre na everybody will now have a sense of ownership, a sense of belonging to the party na etimi ye enu wie a na ye nyina hu say ya expand to include everybody. And no, all former appointees, any current ones now. And no, na say a person ye presidential prime no entema ebeboa because they say no, say. O man so person we constituency election. Wo mo ayi eti say, wo mo person wo mo edi say adwuma. Obi abewura ho. Yeah, nanse kra, e bia me kasa asem. Nanse a ejashi ikumasi. Can the first one say party dey ko back.
One.
Dr. Baumi Akoy. Even a running mate Napoko separately. Educhum Koi. Kennedy Agyapong Koi. Brian Champon Koi. Minority leader so Koi. And Ansana party. One party. Ansana party general secretary Sunni party Koi. Can the first say this Kennedy Ama general secretary ni chairman? Because in your 2 about we are. In your 2 December 7th. That cycle is over. Yeah, we are supposed to help the party. Because chairman general secretary these are the 2 principal officers of the party.
But you know, this approach is even telling me how disjointed the party is.
I just me say me feeling na me raho obi frame say na Kwabena Agyei bi na me say dabi de e koso no me ninye ho me raho e say ma party for no o makoma ye o mo ya they don't see that kind of cohesion at the top of the party and we need to weld this party together as one. Eno na ebema party for ni age saso na ma party eya akono so enti ansa mi ta na chi se satan na bibu afu se dabi yen koso ni mu ne nko around the country
party first.
Yes nem enye free binum mia free binum kasa chon pam se yem tachire enya hwe yen ne ko I can say one hour na on party for no ato abama no ya to wie dia ya wie we are now starting a new cycle so nti se nyina wa adwempa ye wo ani die ma ye ho na ya anya nhihye na ma binum amfiu se dabre ade no ye hihye ma obi a eno na bema se ye to aba ni wi a ebema obi anya nkranhye kese e de akota de party be yi no
the answer be ko botaya na timponti a osusu se bibia ko wie peyo na form ho no koye pampia kieni kan hwe frankatofo no ni no ansa na aba maybe other ones na ye beba sa botaya so na e de na ma ye free party kane Ghana can because party can is who Ghana can no. And then I'm here free one by asumasinti obintinti
yeah Ghana for so can obroni ka say yeah enablers say Ghana ha nye politics nkwa obi nye sika kakra nipa ekoye no yodio na ye de dane form enye yesum nipa sum sika dodo o de ebo minister da bia say me kasa asemi hwe vetting esi adenti na minister ko vetting ahemfo edom bedi wachi. You should just go there with your wife and 1 or 2 kids and be a PhD and no. Let's be serious as a country. Enti ukoyesa na say aye adidie bi. Obi abeta wachi because your man pose bibi o ha ubedie. It sets you in a very wrong trajectory for the country. Enti yenya we are too celebratory as a people. President na yato abama no. So man here na president so be your foreign minister. Eno answer watch no. Enye exams ni akase we na wa ben na e dia ma. So when you get political appointments, it is at the beck and call of the president. It's at the pleasure of the president. Yen nyina na yato aba na edu tumi ahye nsa. Eno nche se woni made sin obia. So, enti there should be a certain level of humility. Say look, ye kwa akoye adwuma na ya Ghana for no. The way e betu edi minister na chi aba ho no na ya hye no ma. One way you become pig-headed. Na adwuma ne focus ade da wani so ese obehye eboa oman na ye free na Ghana for no ka ye say oh ayi bi o ha o na ye say eh we dey okọ abemu kra wantimi ansi da nka ho yeah na ye say nipa me I was press secretary for close to 6 years. I didn't add on to my real estate emfa me ho nya no nti nam koye me koye say me kosom oban aman no kosom president kofo nam no so nam dey asom aban no man ko say state property me kotobi. I was dead against it up to today. And if I had my way, we will retrieve all of it and give it back in trust for the people of Ghana. And now go around the Accra and Kumasi. The high rises are and then Kasansas, young Tom people with political connections. And now state interest, equity. And then all these huge real estate, you want 10% as a country. Ube feel like be here 3 billion World Bank. If you consolidate it, that will be far in excess of that. And as a people, why do we treat ourselves like that? Why do we treat our country like that?
But that's why maybe you've been against Achimota and Ramsey aside, say, yeah, Tuntons. Or even within those terms,
apart from the fact that my postgraduate in the University of Surrey was environmental and water engineering. So I'm very passionate about green issues. I said that. If you are seeing Yanko, I must say, Yanko entrant, Yendri Murani Bibiango, Nancy Adana, a show unkuye. Uka Bruce, Toronto, I say, Hoefena, the greenery, the well manicured lawns, billboards, cry on for BCO. Chance officer, everybody, more grass now, they are here advert. Until Fefe, me and then me be Mirahwe. Ya Tuaba, we are in June. And near my flags, as in St. Crum, tan, I tan. So who is running the country? So is there no assembly in place? Obien sorry na obi say yekoyi na ya to abanewi. Nti frama mo no ananya tantan na da. Ghana okasa de etanya etan. Me ko kasa na binu fi se me edwa me nyedwa no kra na meka. So we to say no we Mr. Meka we are living in filth. And so people are comfortable with living in filth. And yet medium in pesa. Ntina when I me hear me campaign betra kan say me the Ghana former me chance. I will impose order and discipline, strict enforcement and observance of regulations. Let me share road a year. Yeah. I'm a civil engineer, and one of my majors in tech at the bachelor was a highway engineering. You will be a friend of right of way. We don't enforce the right of way in this country. Assemblies now be the container BCO. No hygieniska. Until Drew says, "Yina World Bank so say scan every World Bank. Omo the BBA human face." Until once I will go to Nipande, Obakase resettle answer. Until it delays a lot of projects. So, until me and my colleagues, engineers, architects, planners, the technical people, yes, we are failing Ghana kakra. Pa, I need the acquisition politicians, and yes, sir, and to me, financial politicians. We have to document our advice to the politicians when you say that, can say, one far that you know, samba. Now they actually say, them catch the penny, when so. So we need a new politician in this country. We need to recreate ourselves. We need to reorient ourselves. Your mindset no nye. Because political party back power, you feel say ye ne enkrofo I say cake bi ne abetwitwa ne ache.
But
it is wrong.
Is it easy to change the mindset?
We have to. We the leaders have to. If I'm given the opportunity, I will change that. The country belongs to all of us. We are president. We are president for Yen. We are president for NDC for. Sasuna NPP or we are president for NPP for. So of course, you say akokoba ojina ne maame ho no. Onya abebesre. Of course, we party or power little near maybe advantages we accept that. But this wholesale, because of that, we have tinkered with the public services and have protested this from President Kufuor's time.
It's now partisan.
It's terrible. You say public services. How? Ukwa adwuma bia mu a yes we NDC ni, we NPP ni. Adun so be a public entity, it's a state entity. And some of them are technical organizations. Say GMPC, TOR, VRA, GAPOHA. These are engineering organizations that should be led by people who know what it is about. Yes, you can put in a manager at the top, but when president decides, even deputies, the political hacks, it be descended to directors. I disagree. Some happened during our time, and it's even getting worse now. To the extent, say, I've seen on social media, and Krofo Okwejuma, me press secretary, will be a crime. Of course, those days, na near man to send. Now, Okwejuma na cast, paper, na, it be cried a moto do state entity, I will Juma. Party for home.
Coffee, I don't know a trap. Yeah.
My first day at work, now you pose.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, most of these state entities are in red. Mudika. They are in red. Go and check the State Enterprises Commission report. Yes, he said, I mean, I don't even like the change of these names. At the end of the town plan, and there will be a town plan. I feel they say a friend is a loose well. It's a mouthful. First, you can't town plan. OBN say planet towns.
And then special.
It's complicated.
Okay.
Oh, media me feel say apart from politics, Ghana for so we've got to change our attitude towards things. Very important. Now leaders should lead by example. They should not sit down and let the parties pressure them too much. Now, state entities, let's restore professionalism, meritocracy to the state entities. Now, omuntiminya jumane mpeja omanensi kwampaso. Well,
Engineer Kwabena Agyapong,
there was one other
the one other university. Now, Trimponti Osusu say. Se Frankatuni about to only Kamba so na manukun and some other ones naba. We'll talk about that. But Yankombra, in just a jiffy, we'll be right back. Well, that's a good Engineer Kwabena Agyei Agyapong and the Chinkomo. You missed it, but we are still on. Kekanyoma Bakum, you know me and Sabi. Begin say, Okona Jibresa Koshase, Babuze, or Dinkomo P. Before the break, now say, oh, back could be a proposals, constitutional amendments. First one was the expansion, Second one was the removal of the superdelegate system. Say after 2007, and I hear a cocoa pray and hear dos. Tine a binu feeling say no kahona Ghana fubufu ye or man twaba my 2008. Nti edin bi by say open nominations na e bro 5 the enco super delegates no almost the 276 chairman constituency chairman, the 272 regional executives, members of parliament. The last time I no me 137, they say only 88. Council of elders 30, international branches. Now the hamikra woman say ayawaso central say nipa wo hai chairman no pen beto bio enso so every overseas branch the nipa 3 overseas for no branch bia
say Korea say nipa 50 say nipa SN omo de nipa 3 na beto China ni
baby
say no mo ye no and no yes sir one more headquarters that's right, because say me medicinal secretary. And if you have a director of international relations, no ma. Say a friend is saying proxy. So it is liable to manipulation.
Very.
And to me feels that even the very composition of the super delegates, it can be abused. And Yen free, nipa ne nurse, nipa 800 there. So bottom yeah. Na me say o kasa o di nipa 500 na o bomb secretary. Say o beto 500. So na askew election. And no nyako basa ape. The main election is destroyed because it sets a trend. Enti
Uskiw, waskiw.
Enti me say eno so munyi frem send dey obia agi atum. Eno so ka ho enti council no gye niam na me kai no dodo na atum na so dey hia kese polling station. Dey na me feel say esom sande be ka ho. Enti presidential in there me di shemu keke as a rider say it me achieve sa expansion na me kan. Na nipa no be
expansion here party ni entintim
to asie ho no eno ne hia. Oh, na polling station for say only 230,000. Now so kwa to 2018, 2014, 2010 now call 2028 I ko echi. You bet 1 million. Because and if you allow the constituencies about 6 weeks, they can compute their registers and make sure so all the former party officers they are current one now. Now, ya mo atoaba no. Where asem me feel say easy to understand. The same thing na mo ya mo say enkofa nipa 2 pe bi make up na nipa 2 no hwan na ekoyi nipa 2 who is going to hwan na ekoyi and omo ye hwan no ma ade bi a liable to discretion any manipulation no enye say e bem na a dey confusion beba party no so ntina me 2 safons no share that sorry busa chairman say I didn't listen am the bro no na polling station kan me hu say o ma ye na ye progressive na progressive ni 2 no.
So if you sum it about all the no, is to kill certain mischief be manipulation be and I feel
sikasem and awomo ye yi wo free mu omo bu until you kill all these things at once it will help the party so until me nam kwanya so bodero say party chairman na eyini nyina general secretary no memo no beba mo ho no mo hwem na mo fa nka ho say ba conference ye mfa police station for no nka ho na nwie NCP na ehu say ya expand ade ni ye as a start daachi no ye ben hyehyɛ ma obia okura card papa atua ni dues because ade ba ko ha party so microphone introduce me my level me who 10 cedis a month da bia me kwa na my friend chairman, secretary, treasurer, and now financial secretary. Me 3 and 4 years ahead. They say, Mr. Baby at the end of 2026. Normally, me 480, no more around 500 cities. I'm the amount. Now, on my sign. Until we share me book, no. Until I me pay old book, no. And we be out. One more me boa call Mecca because me hono cremofo doors. Me press secretary. Sikam de mo nyina hihim. Omo chro edawase. Ukomom car so monye campaign na him emo ye chiriwia ni nyina de wom nipa no ye youth organizer e freni brenya or rise ya be di chairman say on the council of elders so ni nyina it has all those records from 1996 is there card no and meaning say na e betimi contain these records nti time ye sa arrangement me ka say ne mani bi wo ha abefo ne man yeah now we are placing far too much emphasis on it me dey me party card dada no da bi ye hye me ho me fa ni agro kra. So, very important. And also, natural say date when you admit a card. I also was the end of the Marisha. I'm saying me 222. I can't mean who baby I coach. I know 92 there, we 96 there. So, enti media mess party no. Ubi a we bibi umbiano. Fa dwempa. Dodo ade ebeboa dodo ebeboa party no ma party na team. Say yes say ne man nkrofo starting team po say yes shama nipa ba kubia enye and people are beginning to feel that and I think it is not good for the party and yenya isa na yemiemu na at least polling station phone adada phone nyina emeka ho so na say ayi super delegates no so free so two no so will be taken out na me feel say yes at the base of the party we will have the opportunity om na beto no mayi and wa obeyi uti so om po asem na akoko asem na okoko no kwampa so on fuso mbeboa de ma wa nyina so unsan kan na wa tagire yankopon so yema dum na se mensaka so a na mesumu nyina beta.
Okay, so remember so we are just about wrapping up. Lots of text messages. Key amongst them is that why not give Kwabena Agyapong that opportunity to lead the party. So but You're a disciplinarian, and your party seems to be in tatters. Things are falling apart. The center is not holding. Are you worried?
I'm worried.
You admit that there's no discipline now.
I wouldn't say that. We have challenges. Na ni nyina gina mpanimfo ni bi me makase. Party hwe ase na wonya opportunity se me abegina ha ya. Wo kasaye, wo neye, ese emuye hwam na atwenipa aba party no. Na binom tie mpanimfo ni bi nsem wo mo ka. Pam nipa. You shouldn't do that because you say you want to. Yeah, party for no over 2.5 million say yeah 12 my you want to. Our first point of call they say be attract our lost flock. See nyanji omo baka. And almost say who said there be we dey nipa fufro na aba adwempa na aba na ya. No be ba be kan wa. We already strong. Was Akufo-Addo got 6.7 million. Mahama got 6.2 million in 2020. In 2024, Mahama only moved by 100 plus, just under 200,000. Under any logical statistical progression, and KSV move from 6.7 to be a 7. And a drop to 4.6. I just say a party for none, a catch say, never be a more ye, Casa Montino, your bet them say Antoa, Muniabem. And the question so Omanto. And if you look at the results and glean it critically, you see, say, your strongholds no only the most depressing turnout. Let's just say Crawford Buefu say, Omontoaba. And the essay tear the Omokan, the Omokas we hear Cassie, say Mumaya Quine na and Metuaba Nibi. Near Besram says, Be as a saying to me, Mamuna and Tubia. At least one more my party, a Juma, one more polling station, a Juma, one more campaign, on the Tata poster, Omunina, Omunina, Samra, Omodamotasi. Almost so we can identify them. We can verify them and we can quantify them. That is not too hard an objective to achieve. And to maintain yourself still been base na huhiano ye omo film. And there many omo nya adwene. But party no sebi nyame nkwa madwene ye de beye. Ye nyina ato adwene. De memetimi aye se mesre party for me no be kasa. And na me cry down me can send you conference. Me mpese be pa Legon. Ne be voice vote na ye sa na aye basa. Kiebenya ya the proposals no kwa constituencies no omo executive committee meeting. So now omo decide on the proposals. Tebia expansion ya me sere omo se omo mfa polling station kan won. Monka so the council de ba na ya gini nyina atum sa dadafo no meto but ye mfa for enka ho. Na mon vote for it. Na monka se bia out of 34 constituencies in Greater Accra no. Emu 30 say a penny side way. Answer about Congress. We should do that. And that is the essence of why they say Fadiano call a month ahead of time. Sana constituencies no etimi now we decided that until to say America almost call a year. Omo delegates vote a day ba. Because almost decided and sana on my back. And to say bia ye call Ashanti region 47. If you move 40 say ye percent if no be taking a decision already. Some of them John. Enti sa na say no esa one Congress no so one a contem because and I'm stress I don't know a lawyer for friend we know say dey e dem say propose as na doors but nyeni nyina na hu hia sesi dey hia kese any sa expansion so enti binim say committee ni ba mo born eniema be edu so me feel say edu no kra mo betima reduce to me ensa bia na say we no na dia constituencies nyina and taking decision no enti omo ba na omo nim say bia out of the 11 constituencies in Upper West emu 8 say EPC. So after the 15
it makes it easier.
Yes, say go through I say voice vote. Ni akofani pa be go na asay ade no. Yes sir.
You better also but cutting across all the messages one thing. Are you going for the flag bearership contest?
Yeah, and I'm in me jump the gun, but yeah, I'm preparing to do that and most likely early in July I'll make a formal declaration.
Yeah. Always a pleasure to be talking to you.
It's always a pleasure.
Kwabena Agyei Agyapong and what is the I'm sure say you've learned a lot. Party faithfuls, party sympathizers, party members, their core is that open up, grassroots participation and discipline in the party. Order.
Every for sema engineer Kwabena Agyei Agyapong ekano. Sema dem trodo na sema sebi obudu sebi nyado. wotena ase na wotie a wotim hu sɛ nyansa ɛwɔ papaapa. Ɔpanyin no, I like how passionately no ɔde ka ne nsɛm. Wotim hu sɛ nsɛm no a ɔka no ɛyɛ ne ya. Wotim hu sɛ nsɛm no a ɔka no sɛbi ayɛ n'akoma ya akyɛ. Ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛwɔ ne mu. Enti a Kwabena Agyei Agyapong ɛka. Na NPP didi biara meka ho. Mesuma NPP at this crucial moment because nneɛma a ɛsisi party no mu no, ɛnka restructuring, rebuilding, ɛna ɛyɛ unity ɛna ɛhia ɔmo ɛwɔ ɔmo party no mu at this time. Wate nkɔmmɔ na me no di n'ase. Restructuring, rebuilding, reform, ɛna unity, ɛna nka NPP. Ehia na wɔ mo party no mu at this crucial moment. But yɛmmisa sɛ, ɛsi dan na upon all these things no, mpanyinfoɔ no egu so ɛhwɛ tumi akyira kwan. Instead of say, ɔmo bɛ build party no. Instead of say, party ni bɛyɛ strong. Instead of say, party ni ɛbɛgyina brane. Instead of say, party no ɛbɛnya some recognition a ɛwɔ sɛ ɛnya. Yɛn nana Professor Dubai, ɔmo party no. Yɛn nana Agyei Kufuor, yɛde ado Kufuor te ase, onye nwuye, nyame adom onye nwuye. The party no ɛno no. The party no. Mpanyinfoɔ bebree a ɔmo de ɔmo kra, ɔmo bogya, ɔmo ahoɔden ɛyɛ den ɛgyina mu a NPP no party no ɛno no. Ɛna ne party no nkurɔfoɔ binom afa ɛde ahyɛ ɔmo bɔtɔm ɛna ɔmo yɛ ne anyhow. Ɛna mete sɛ no Justin Kodua Frimpong ɔka nsɛm bi ɛfa how a NPP MPC about 60 something ɔmo kɔhyia kene ɛyɛ yɛwura Dr. Muhammadu Alhaji Bawumia. And aprantwum say whoever aprantwum prior so MP say whoever na odi animu a odi omukoshi omo ena yewura Justin Kodua ka say wrong saa so na yewura Kennedy Japan ye papa ono so ekoshia MDCs ena ono so ka say wrong. You see, it has gotten to a time MPP party. Nobody fears anybody when you are having the money. I'm telling you, it has gotten to the time. It will take only a brilliant person to understand what these people are doing. I've now to understand, say, Jena Jeji no Kurumano, na good. Debi me prefer say enkomunfa omuma yura Kennedy MA president because JJ ni suban ni bi no yura Kennedy Japan portray bi because baby MPP na duru sisi no obi asankan o ma sha ase o mo ka survey na ekoso survey na yeden ekoso enkofo yeden asase eka muyi Bawumia ye besen ma mu showdown muyi Bawumia ye besen ma mu showdown me sin nkofo yeden asase yeden eka onti on fa phone say na ma fa me phone na ko ko YouTube anom na sha say unye news bia around yewura Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia read it boso we are now about comment section we read you the obetiani say don't force Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia on us else we will give you 25%. Obetiani say we are connected. Just say you're kin. We are for kin. Well, who we are connected, which means say we are for kin. Who we are for kin, and this meaning we are connected. Connected near KEN. What I say no the NCEC Gino idea so who read this comment way now? Say comment in a 60. I am daring you say about 30 to 40 a idea Omokama Yura Kennedy Japan. About 20 to 15 no. I mean sorry about 15 to 20 no. A idea it is against Yura. Dr. Alhaji Omia. Yembi say Jose Sidene Banasa. This is the smartest way of say we a political analyst that Udiye survey. Haina global info analytics or more formation free. Haina Afro barometer or more information free. Any research a biano or by YouTube. Now I call grounds. Or by YouTube, no I call grounds, no I call other platforms sort of maybe a Facebook, no I call maybe a Twitter, so I call peka crafty ho. No one can say Eddie Biashishim, no I either call grounds. It will be sample for be a kakrabi sample or taking sample. Taking some few people from the larger population, that is sample. You see, ammonia side we are, then they come out with a result say yeah research. Yeah research. Now research na you know. A chess then we sat down Kwabeba. Yes, enche. Say omo yes. Musa dan kwa beba nko for dodo mo pebo mi anko for dodo mo pe Kennedy. I know say Musa dan kwa yewura beba. Global info analytics. Acha ye next week and next 2 weeks. Obeba abonti sisia. He will come before even the next say June. He will come even before September. Musa dan kwa obeba. Na oba odi eche nsemo obeka. Nsemo kan nyina no it is directly from the me ye better na no ma yeka. The social media users, bloggers, yeah, better than my canina. It is directly Hanon no pick up information. Hanon no pick up information. What in the mature I say? Hanon and pick up information. It is a can be natural. So NPP ni na kuibo mi anase bubesi din chubiwa. It is up to you. Kwa kuina ya mama ase. Ya culture so NPP ni. That's a Dr. Alhaji Mobia. He is not the way to win the election. Ayo se bia yi didi watem ayo se bia ye mpese papa no ebe ne nim bebanyam no so atena Ghana konwa no so bi no konwa no bia enyo bia na ne tosi so amisata papa no ne to ansi presidency so osi only vice president and asabi nakopon to ne safre no but e bia nka no so be the president nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow, but Dr. Alhaji Mawumia de the whole clear by so run. He's a failure. Say you're forcing the to see so Ghana be happening. You're forcing Edin to see so Ghana be happening because he is not the right person to sit on the throne. He's not the right person to take over, to succeed. It's a kind of culture. We are delegate, we are NPP delegate. Masa. Let your mind work. Let your mind work. Sebi so adwin. Men kwaji TV and the fridge and the car stiku any taxi de keka ho. Enka se beto mo bo mia. Obetimi ata agini na ya isika. Ya isika no mawia. Ojia. After that you sit down and make your choice. After that you sit down and you analyze things. After that, you sit down and think about the country. What be Hon Ken Agyapong Agyapong papa ne ye. Ni paradox sen no create adwuma momo. Ba omi akra no no waye den. Ba omi abedi so as president, vice president mo fanche be den e no ye. Sit down and analyze all these things and make sure say obey about for Ken Agyapong. Me na make catch. It is a utna say na ubonko for billing ko influence so Kennedy ni kra ntimi nye pre. Who say Kennedy cannot be president? Who said that? Who say that? Who says so? When they catch who born dog? What Kennedy can be president in this country? Obi to me president Bawumia because Bawumia didn't throw just say obey presidency no your man opportunity. Send ko demonstrate na ka yempia na nhyɛ hɔ no at one team and a Sunday no this not the timer. I was say Sunday day the money bill. But he is wasting much of our time and we don't want it to be happening. Exactly what we are all preventing Bawumia. That is the exact thing I prevent Bawumia so because you jab Bawumia and crop will be sika man can this for the mubu and then Mahaman and crop for the kind of humility they say woman D11 you miss us sit down and almost suspending NPP for ya and camp and share MP steka and then who was then street dancer or sasa or unity. And Quebec obetretive Sakachi say Ghana for pro or pure bejatum. But any deal every buy no Ghana for be dynamic or mass suspend. It tells you NDC is what a listening government here can quite out to honor now. No. Eddie, I say be a company's MPP bro. And they be a moment yes. But for now, no, the percent MPP ye opposition. The percent MPP general and nice opposition. In the next 40 years, no more papa will be no money leader papa to second day Japan. 40 years do munya and the Omunya opposition massa. Let's be frank to ourselves. Kevin Kwabena say you will be na you from 40 years in opposition that I'm born a. But Nina be depending on the leadership. Nina be depending on who is leading. I mean, on who leads the party to election. Say Bawumia forget. Bawumia 10 obey lusu 10. Media may say mum fanambra obey lusu bill. Musu mupam for Bawumia brebi obey lusu bill. Mohun smithers level. You can't crash the woman say. Ade na ye can't crash one more motor pisa baby. You tum for no pisa baby. Ko na fa Bawumia brebi. Ebetu etiama. Yakupo shiraw. I'm a number 1 authentic platform begeti. You can't crash. If I can't crack up him sebi. O mine it be fun to a prefra. Subscribe for comment to like share na for your behavior. We are for king, we are for truth, justice for all. Bye bye.